In life, many of us try to stay honest, work with dedication, and hold tightly to our values. Yet sometimes just one fleeting moment of greed or one careless thought can completely change the direction of our life. Have you ever realized that a single decision you make today can either open the doorway to extraordinary success or close it forever? The story I'm about to share is one that deserves your full attention because within every step lies a lesson. It shows us that if we fail to guide our thoughts, even the most honest person can end up making the wrong choice. Many years ago, in a quiet town, lived a young man named Jake. His days were filled with struggle and his nights with loneliness. Every morning he would rise, search tirelessly for work, earn just enough to survive, return home with weary steps, cook himself a simple meal, and fall asleep with a heavy heart. One day, after walking for hours without finding a single job, Jake was returning home discouraged. His feet dragged, and his mind was clouded with worry. Suddenly he heard a voice behind him. "Is there anyone here who can help me carry something?" Turning around, Jake saw an elderly man standing by the road. Beside him were 3 enormous duffel bags, each looking too heavy for his fragile frame. "Yes, I can help," Jake replied without hesitation. The old man nodded and said, "I need to reach the next village. It's a little far. I can manage 2 of these bags myself, but the third one is too heavy. Can you carry it for me? I'll give you 3 gold coins." Grateful for the opportunity, Jake agreed. As soon as he lifted the bag, he felt the surprising weight. "Wow, this feels really heavy," Jake exclaimed. The old man, calm and steady, replied, "Yes, because it is filled with bronze coins." Though his shoulders ached, Jake placed the bag firmly and began walking beside the man. As they moved along, Jake noticed the old man's eyes often turned toward him, studying him carefully. Jake thought, "Perhaps he fears I might run off with the bag." But immediately Jake reminded himself, "I am not a thief. I will never betray someone's trust. My goal is only to work honestly and earn with dignity." After some distance, they reached the bank of a wide river. Without hesitation, Jake stepped into the water and started crossing. The old man, however, stayed behind. "I am too old," he admitted. "If I try to cross with these bags, I might drown. Can you carry 1 more bag for me? Don't worry, I'll give you 3 more gold coins." Once again, Jake agreed. But as he reached out to take the bag, the old man raised his hand and said, "First, promise me you will not run away." Jake looked at him with surprise. "Why would I run away?" The old man sighed and explained, "It is difficult to trust people these days. This bag is full of silver coins." Jake felt slightly offended. "Do I look like a thief to you? I don't cheat anyone for money. Hand me the bag." With confidence, he lifted the second bag and crossed the river. Even the thought of silver coins could not shake him from his values. They continued until they reached the base of a hill. Jake began climbing slowly with effort, but when he looked back, the old man remained at the bottom. "Come on," Jake called out. "Why are you still standing there?" The man responded, "I am too weak. I can't climb with this last bag." "Then give it to me. I'll carry it," Jake offered. The old man hesitated. "But this bag has gold coins. If you run away, I will never be able to catch you." Jake grew frustrated. "I told you I am not that kind of person. I live by honesty. I once worked for a loan company, but when they asked me to lie about a client's record, I resigned. I refused to sacrifice my integrity." Still uncertain, the old man finally gave him the bag. "I cannot say if you are truthful or not, but here, take it. I will follow slowly. Wait for me on the other side of the hill." Jake accepted the bag and began climbing, leaving the old man behind. But as he walked, an uninvited thought crept into his mind. "If I run away with these 3 bags, the old man will never catch me. I could live wealthy for the rest of my life." Another thought whispered next. "He is old. He has little time left. What use does he have for this treasure? But I am young. If I keep this money, I can build a grand life, marry a beautiful woman, and enjoy luxury. Temptation overcame him. He quickened his pace, then began to run, carrying all 3 bags. Breathless and sweating, he finally reached his home. With trembling hands, he opened the bags. To his shock, there was no gold, no silver, no bronze, only stones. Confused, he asked himself, "Why did the old man deceive me? What was the meaning of this?" Inside one of the bags, he noticed a folded piece of paper. Unfolding it, he read, "I am the king of this land. I have no heir, and my age is catching up with me. I have been searching for one honest soul whom I could adopt as my son and future king. If you had not run away, that person would have been you." Jake's heart sank. His eyes filled with tears. He had been honest his entire life, guarding his values even through hardship. Yet one small moment of greed destroyed everything. If only he had mastered his mind for just one more moment, he would have been crowned heir to the throne. Instead, a single weak thought had stolen away the greatest chance of his life. This story is a powerful reminder of how much strength lies in our thoughts. Jake truly was an honest man, but one unchecked desire made him act against his principles. At first, the thought was simple. If I run away, the old man can't stop me. It could have ended there, but he allowed it to grow. Soon it became, I will become rich, live in luxury, and marry beautifully. Those thoughts drove his downfall. There is an old saying, even our worst enemy cannot harm us as much as our own negative thoughts can. Every journey begins with a thought. Thoughts shape words. Words shape actions. Actions shape habits. And habits shape our destiny. If we want to protect our future, we must carefully nurture the garden of our thoughts. Positive, honest, and uplifting thoughts are like seeds of light. If we plant them, they will bloom into a life of peace, strength, and fulfillment. But if we allow negativity or greed to take root, they can destroy everything we worked for. Remember, our mind is the most powerful tool we have. Guard it, shape it, fill it with hope and truth. Because one pure thought can lead us to greatness, while one careless thought can make us lose everything. So let us choose wisely. Let us plant seeds of honesty, gratitude, and positivity, for these will grow into a future brighter than gold. If you believe this story holds meaning, share it with others so they too can be inspired. And don't forget to stay connected for more stories that remind us to live with patience, gratitude, and courage. Until next time, keep your heart pure, your mind strong, and your steps moving forward toward a better life.